back to my channel, and today we are finally going to start our Cricut projects tutorials. The first thing I thought I would do is go over Design Space and make sure that we all really kind of have a feel for it. I'm not an expert at it by any means. We're going to learn this together, and I'm so excited to do this. But when you, I have like just a regular HP laptop, and to get the Cricut Design Space downloaded to my laptop, you just have to go to design.cricut.com and just download it, and that works for an iOS device as well. Then once you get it downloaded, and you may need to establish an account if you already don't have one, once you download it and you get it open, it'll say, mine says welcome Tanya, and you know it'll say your name, and then right here when you hit this is kind of like a landing page right here, and it probably has, I don't know if it's called like a banner or what, but I've noticed that what this is, it just seems to tell you things that Cricut has going on that's new, like offers or anything that's interesting, and you can navigate it by clicking this arrow or by clicking this arrow over here. If you click it, it's going to change, okay? And it'll just tell you different things. Okay, the next thing that you're going to see is my projects right here, okay? And that contains the projects that you saved and designed in Design Space, and it's going to give you a preview of your project, and you can click it to enlarge your preview. And you can rename your project there, and you can also delete your project from this. So the only one that I have is just this little bee that we're going to be working on a little bit later. So if I click on this, okay, what this will do is it'll enlarge the project for you. I don't know what is going on with my internet. It has been so slow lately. I may have to change. I mean, this is ridiculous. But it'll bring this up, and it'll tell you you can either make it now or customize it, and it'll give you all the information that you want about this project, and we'll go over that a little bit later, okay? So then the next thing you're going to see here is my ready to make projects, okay? And that are these through here, and you can click on them to get more information on that project, okay? And we'll just click on this one for an example. Okay, and what it does, it gives you a larger preview on it, and then it'll give you the name of the project, the skill level, this one is advanced, that it takes 1 to 2 hours to make it, and then it'll give you a description about it, like the finish size, everything, the materials that you need, and everything else that you need to make it, okay? And you can click to make it, and it will make it. And it'll tell you your skills that you need, like leather sewing to prepare, all this. It just gives you all the information, exactly how to make that particular project. When you click on this, it'll say customize or make it. And if you click on customize, then you want to like change, what it will do is Cricut will put it on the canvas so you can edit the project, like the color or something like that. If you click make it, it takes you straight to the cutting mat, and everything is already set up for you, and you only use this if you're not going to edit your project. Then you would hit make it. Otherwise, you're going to hit the customize that is right here. Okay, the next thing you're going to see is top YouTube tutorials. And I found these were very interesting. I really did like those. Then the next thing you're going to see right here is cards. And it just shows you different types of cards, anything like that. And then it has like home decor is next, right here. And once again, you can navigate this way right here, or on the other side right here. One will pop up as well. Then you have iron-ons right here, and then this shows New Year's, and then you have organization. And then this is just all about snowflakes, anything to dealing with Christmas. And then this is the Cricut community. And I'm not really sure. It looked, when I was looking at this, it looks like this is just projects that people have put on here and you can make them basically, okay? Okay, and also right here, this is your home screen. And right here you'll see these little lines in the top left corner. If you click on this, you can get back to your home screen. You can go to your canvas, you can print and cut. See, it'll take you back to the home screen. It'll take you straight to your canvas. If that's where you know you want to go, you just want to go straight to your canvas. It'll take you there. Or you can click back up here and go home. It'll also, new machine setup is under there, calibration, update your firmware, account details. You can link cartridges, Cricut access, just a bunch of little things are in here, okay? So now we're going to go to create a new project. So there's two ways to create a new project. You can either hit this circle with the plus sign, or you can go up here and hit new project. It doesn't matter which one you do, but I'm just going to hit this one. Okay, now that will take you to your canvas. This is what this area is called. It's called your canvas. And it's where you create your project and put everything together. To me, it's kind of like what your workstation is. Okay? Now, now this right here, this little circle with the plus that says new, if I already had a project here on my canvas and I wanted to start another one, that's when I would go up and hit the new right here. And then I can save this one or discard this one and then go to my new one. All right, so let's start exploring this. Okay, the first thing you're gonna see coming down the left side is templates, okay? If you click on templates, all these little cute templates pop up. I love them, they're so cute. They have so many different things. And a template can't be saved with your project because it's just what you're going to use a template for as a guide for your image to know exactly what you want to do. And I'll give you an example, okay? Say we want to make a shirt. Let's just go to this classic polo, okay? We're going to click on it. And it'll say right here that the templates aren't to be saved. And it puts the template right there. And what you do is this says men short sleeve under type up here. I hope you can see it. And it has a little bar. You can click on that and it'll say men's short sleeve or woman's short sleeve. So let's do a woman's short sleeve. And then you can pick the size. Is it an extra small? Is it a custom? Which you would put, I'm assuming, your own dimensions and sizes in. Is it an extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, or extra, extra large? So let's just say it's a medium, okay? Now what this template is used for, it's basically, it's like you had a shirt laying down in front of you and you wanted to space out your letters to see where you wanted it. That's what you do with this. So I will just go to text here on the left, and this will pop up, and I will just type in, let's just type in happy. Okay, now happy will appear right here on the screen, and I can take this and I can move it to the center of my shirt where I think I want it and sort of make it bigger. And it's supposed to like help you figure out where you wanted to position that on your shirt. Then when you went to print it, it should work. And this is the front of the shirt and this is the back of the shirt. Okay, and undo is right up here, so we will click undo and it will get rid of all that for me. So that's what templates is really used for. It lets you write your text to see exactly where you want it, how you think you want it designed on the template, or a picture, how you want it on the template. It's just kind of like a guide for your image, okay? All right, now we will go to projects. It's the second one down. The projects tab, if you click on this, it will take you back to the Ready Make projects. And these are all the Ready Make projects that you can make. And they have tons of these, okay? Okay, next is images. This takes you to the Cricut library, and you can click tons of images down through here. I mean, they have tons of them. And if you click on this little area right here that looks like a bunch of little squares, it will make them either smaller or bigger so that you can get more on here. See, when I clicked on that, I got more on a page, but they got smaller. So if you go back up here and click, and you'll notice that these squares got smaller. I'm going to click again, and it got bigger, and so did this. It's showing you, each one of them's bigger, but there's, they're spread out more. Okay, now you'll see these little green flags with an A on it. And what that is, it's for Cricut Access. And it means if you're an Access member, these are free for you to use. If you're a subscriber, you can use anything that has that green flag, like I said, with an A, as much as you want, whenever you want. But if you stop your subscription, then you'll have to pay for it, because you couldn't use that image any longer unless you actually paid for it. Now, if you're not an Access subscriber, then you can purchase the image and it's yours to keep, and you can use it as often as you want. Like this one right here, this little penguin, he's 99 cents. If I purchased him, he's mine to keep. I can use him whenever I want, as often as I want, and he's permanently mine. And like I said, there's tons of images. And there's also like a drop-down menu that lets you do more concise search if you know exactly what you're looking for. Like if you know exactly what you want, you can go up here to categories at the top right here. And then that will show what's featured this week. And this one is free this week. And that, it always changes, and anything you click on here is free. Okay, these are most popular, and then these are anything that they've recently added, okay? And then they have categories down through here, and then you'll see the brands below this, like Anna Griffin, Disney would be under here, anything that's like a brand, and they have a ton of them. Marvel's under here, Martha Stewart, just whatever. Okay, so also, if you go right here to the right of where we were at categories, you can click on cartridges, and that will bring up the different Cricut cartridges, and you can search cartridges by name if you know them right here. And you can buy the entire cartridge, or you can buy a single image. Like, let's see, they have calendars, alphabet, animal heads, floral home decor. Okay, let's click on this. Okay, this is 3D floral home decor, and if you were interested in this, there's 46 images in this. Okay, and you could purchase them, or you could buy each one individually. Okay, if we go back to images, and say you're looking for a particular image, you can use this little search bar to make it easier. Like, say I want to look up that bee that I found earlier. I would just type in bee, and then I would hit search, and it's going to bring up all the bee images that they have, so you don't have to go through all those dozens of images to find your bee that you're looking for, the particular one that you want, okay? And then you can also filter over here by hitting filter, and you can search by my images, images that you've uploaded, or if you just want free images, or you just want the Cricut Access images, or just the ones that you've purchased. And then it'll take it into type. Do you want 3D, objects, background and textures, and then layers, single or multi. So that's what that is all about. Okay, now the next one down here on the left is text. Okay, now when we click on text, you'll see it popped up this little box right here, and you can type something in it, okay? So we will just type happy as a bee, okay? Now, what you want to do, up here is your edit menu, kind of like when you have your computer. This is your edit menu, okay? And the fonts, right here's the fonts. I have it on Cricut Sans right here, but you click here and you can change all your fonts, okay? And it's just different. They have tons of them here. Now you'll see all is lit up here. These will show you all the fonts that I have to offer. Okay, if you click on system, that's just going to show you what is on my computer, the fonts that are installed on my computer. And Cricut is going to show you just the ones that are Cricut fonts. Only Cricut fonts will that show. Okay, and then if I click on system, it'll just show you what I have in my computer. Okay, and then you can go back to all, and you can also search fonts right in here. But like I said, I have mine on the Cricut Sans. Okay, so we'll just leave it there. All right, so then what you can do up here, and you have to click on the letters to get this edit box to pop up. Okay, then the next thing you're gonna see is style, and it's right here. Here is font, here's style. If you click on style, you can do regular, bold, italic, or writing, okay? That's what that does. Okay, so you can change any of that. All right, then here is letter space, okay? And it makes it more or less spaces between the letter. If you change this, letter spacing, these letters are going to get further apart or closer. So let's just show you. See, at 1.3 they got farther apart. I'll take it back to 1.2 and it kind of shrunk in, okay? Then line space is going to put more or less space between the lines. Like if I had another if I had as a bee down here, it would put more space between that. Okay, and then alignment is right here, and that's where you can align it left, center, or right, just like you do on your computer. Okay, now when you look right here, all this right over here is where you're going to see how many lines you have. Now, happy as a bee is all on one line because it's all right here and it's set to cut, okay? Now, if you draw a box around this like I have it, but we'll draw another one. Draw a box around it, okay? And then click right up here on the right, ungroup, okay? Now you will see that all my letters are now on different, has its own layer, okay? And that allows you to move just one letter over, make one letter bigger. You can also change the font of just that one letter and it won't change the others. So let's look at this. All right, say I want to make, this P, okay? Say I want to change my font size to You see it's getting bigger, 73, okay? And say I want to change this A to a different font. Say I want it to be, oh, this one. See, it changed it. Okay, if I decide I don't like it, up here to the left is undo, and it undoes everything that you just did. You have to click on the P, and then you hit it, and it'll go back to where it was before. Okay, and like I said, undo is right up here at the top, and here's redo. If you click on that, it just restores what you had previously. All right, now what we're gonna do, say I don't want this happy as a bee all in one line. Maybe I want 2 lines. So this is going to make each line a layer so I can move it and edit it. So I'm just going to draw a circle around it and then hit ungroup. Okay, now if I want to take the A and put it down here, I can move the A down. Now say I want to just move this whole B, then I'll have group. Then I can just grab the B and move it right down here, okay? And now you'll see that they're all separate on separate layers. So now I can move them however I want and it won't affect any. Can draw a box around that and hit group. I can make that bigger and it won't affect the bee. I can have it much bigger than happy as a bee, okay? And I can move them separately, okay? So let's hit undo. And there I have it back as happy as a bee, okay? Now we have shapes right here. And shapes, these are just basically free shapes. That's all this is right here. Say you're making a card and you want to click on a square. Okay, if you go up here to the layers, and these little eyes right here, if you can turn them on or off. If you turn that off, then you won't see that square. See, when I turn it off, the square goes away. It's still there, but you just can't see it. Okay, we will do undo. Okay, and then right here are your uploads. If you click upload, you can upload your own image for free. Okay, and then you can do pattern fill over here. You can use your patterns or photos as a fill on any layer. So that's what you do right here. And we'll go over all that a little bit later. I don't want to get too much on here. And we'll go back to our projects. All right, I'm going to search for my bee. And I could go up to my projects and pull it out, but I want to do it this way to kind of get us used to what we're doing. And you can see they have tons of bees. Okay, here's my bee. I'm gonna get it. And it says insert image. I'm gonna insert the image. And there it is on my canvas. Okay, so now we're going to look at this edit screen up here, okay? So when you click on your little bee, here's all your edit screen up here that's dealing with this image. Okay. So if you hit select all, it's going to automatically put a little box around it like I used to draw it. Well, that'll put it around there, okay? And it'll select everything that's on your canvas, okay? That's what that does. Edit, what it does, you can cut. If you want to cut, it'll delete it. And then I'll hit undo and it'll pop it back up. If I hit, and then I have to hit select all. Then if I hit copy, it'll make another one Okay, you'll see that it's made 2. I hit copy and then there that is. So cut is the delete, like I said, and you can also delete by the red button right there. That will delete it. Okay, like I said, copy. It'll just keep, if I hit copy and then paste, it's just gonna keep making little B's, basically. And I can get rid of it by this X. All right. Now, then there's a line. It's when you have more than one item on your canvas and you want them to align. So what you do is, I'm going to draw a box around them, and then I'm going to hit align, and I can align them left, center them horizontally, align them right, align them top. So I'm just going to align these from the top, and you'll see that it popped it right back up. They're level. Okay, now arrange right here. All right, now say I have this B on top of this B, but what this arrange does, it allows me to take this B, if I click on it, I can send the top B to the back, or I can move it back forward, just anything like that. It just allows you to do things like that. So I'm going to select all, and I'm going to copy my little B again. And paste it, okay? Now, this rotate button right here, I looked that up, and it looks like that's just dealing with where it is. They call it the X and Y axis on your canvas. The Y is horizontal, the X is vertical. I really don't know why that would even be important, since you can line your items up with, you know, align and arrange. So I really am not going to get into that. I don't know that much about that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go over to this panels, and this over in here is called your layers panel, okay? Now the first button here is group. So if we draw a line around these, you can see I can hit group, and that'll make them all one layer. You'll see right now that these are different layers. If I hit group, they're all together. Or ungroup, I have B and I have B. But if I draw my box around them and hit group, I can move them together and it won't bother anything, okay? If I hit ungroup, then I just move this one independently from this one. So if you group something, it keeps it together and makes it easier to move, basically. If you want to change one thing in a group, then what you want to do is ungroup it, and then you can grab the layer that you want to enlarge. So say I wanted to enlarge these wings for some strange reason, I don't know, but what I would do is, what I want to do is select this and hit ungroup. Now my B is totally, the layers are separate, and I can take him apart if I want, okay? So we'll put him back together. But say I wanted to make his wings bigger, much bigger, then that's all I'd have to do. And now he's like that, and I could draw a line, a box around him, and hit group. He'd be one big layer again, and I can move him independently, okay? But we'll undo that because I don't want the wings that big. All right, now, say I'm gonna get rid of that one, okay? Say we want to make another one of these bees. Over here, all you have to do is hit duplicate, and here's another bee. It just cuts out that copy-paste step, basically. When you do that, it's just a lot faster, but it duplicates only, makes more of what you selected. Like, if I have another thing over here, I can't, until I draw a box around it, I can't duplicate it. Okay, now we have delete. It's a little trash can up here. You can delete by that, or you can delete by the red X. So if I want to delete it, I can hit the trash can. I want to undo that delete. And then I say, well, no, I think I did want rid of it. I can hit that as well. But I say, no, I really want it. I can put it back, okay? So we'll just delete this one. Okay, now we're going to start working with our layers. Okay, now like I told you, when you see this little eye over here, you can see the layer. To turn off the layer, you're going to click on the eye and you won't see it. Okay, so this is the layer for my wings. If I turn that little eye off, you don't see that pretty beigeish wing. If I turn it back on, you can see it. And I guess that's if you're using it to try to get to something underneath that layer, or you don't want to take it apart, maybe that's what that's used for. Okay, now at the bottom of the layers panel, there's more options right here, okay? And there's slice, okay? And I'll show you how to use slice. So what I want to do is ungroup this because I want to be able to take him apart. Say for some reason I just wanted to put this over this and slice it, okay? So I'm going to do this, put it in a box, and then if I click on right here at the bottom, slice, what it will have done is cut that out. It's almost like you use it as a template and cut that out, that design out on top of this one, okay? And we'll undo it. And you can see how it was. Okay, that's what you use slice for. Okay, so what you do is select 2 layers and then you can slice them, okay? Now weld down here, say I wanted, let's go to our text again and type happy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a box around my happy, go over here, and I'm going to ungroup them. Because I want to be, this I could see where it would be very useful with letters. Like if you want to make them attached, or you want to print out something, and it doesn't have like a space where you can tell they're not connected, then all you do is just slightly have these overlapping just a little bit. Okay, then you're going to draw a line around that. Then we're going to hit weld. And now you'll see that that is connected, and you can do whatever you want to with it. You can move it as one unit, and it looks like it's just all together. So if you would print that out, it would all be, you wouldn't see a start and stop. Okay, you can also change the color of your canvas. If you click down here in that blank square, it'll bring up here color. When you click on that, if you want a pink canvas, you can change it to pink. If you wanted black, you could change it to black. Any of these colors you can use. I think that's really neat. So I wanted to definitely show you that. Now there's also a contour. Okay, I'm going to ungroup these. And say I didn't want, it would probably be better with a flower, but say right here, I don't want all of these little areas. You can hit contour. And it's going to take some of these areas off. I can take that one off and say I want to turn this one off and maybe that one off. Okay? You can see I got rid of it. All those images in there, okay? And then I can undo. So if you have a flower and you really don't want to see it all, that's what that's for. You can see it's putting it back in slowly. Okay, so I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. Now also, I wanted to tell you that this color sync up here to the right of layers, that allows you to basically cut the same parts out of the same color of cardstock. Like say I know I want this and this to be that same color, I can go into this panel and you'll see, make these two the same color. That's what that is. But I hope it hasn't been confusing. My internet has been so slow and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to change my internet. It's never been like this. But if you just let me know if you want me to take like templates and go into that one and go in depth into each one, but I wanted to give us an overview of how to use Design Space. It really isn't hard. Just play around with it. It is so easy. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye guys.